Well, thank you. Sorry, I shouldn't walk in front of that.
We're good?
Get a couple programs.
Shut that. Morning. We're going to try to get started as quickly as we can. So, first order of business. If you're not speaking or you're not taking a photo, just put your masks on. So the only way we get this approved to have this many people in a room right now is hand sanitizers and masks on. So just do us a favor, do that. Students, when you guys and girls come up to get photos, they can come down. Parents, when you come up to get photos, they can come down. But just while we're doing it, unless someone's speaking, we're just asking that everyone puts their masks on. So let's get it started. My name's Scott Dean. I'm the Senior VP of Athletics and Athletic Director. It's been a long time coming to get to this point where we can do this in person as a whole group. Have parents on campus, so it's exciting for us because it feels like it's been 10 years, although it's just been about a year and a half. So welcome to the parents. First and foremost, we're going to try to do things as quickly as we can. Each director will have some comments. We'll bring the students up. So students, when you guys come up, just come up as quickly as you can. Just be prepared. We want you to get as much time at the table as you need. Same thing with parents and family. When you come up, just be prepared to come up. We've got 53 student athletes signing today, the most we've ever had. So, that being said, we're trying to keep it under 3 hours. But first and foremost, I'm going to save my comments to the end, but I do want to say some thanks. I want to say, first of all, thanks to the coaches, the teachers, the college placement staff that have been involved in your journey, whether it's been a year or 4 years. Thanks to them for putting the time and the effort to get you to this point in your journey. And more importantly, thanks to the parents. Thanks for allowing us to do it. Thanks for the trust in having your son or daughter here. Thanks for the time away from your child. It's a big sacrifice. And so we really, really appreciate you putting in that faith in us to get us to this point today. So we're really excited. It's a big celebratory day. We're going to kick it off right away so that we can get this thing moving. And what we will do is at the end too, Ash, do you want to do at least sport photos behind this, like all of one sport? Okay. So at the end, when we're wrapping up, we bring you back up in order of your sport so we can get a big group photo with the backdrop. And then you're more than welcome to stay, families, and take more photos and do what we need to do. So we'll try to keep this moving as fast as we can. So what I'm going to do is I'll introduce our first sport's going to be baseball. And so I want to bring up Director of Baseball, Dan Simons.
Thank you, Scott. Good morning. On behalf of the entire baseball program, I'd like to congratulate all the signees on your college commitments. Each one of you have worked extremely hard academically and athletically to get to this day. You and your families should feel honored and proud, as very, very few get the opportunity to do what you will be doing here shortly. You're also very fortunate, as many of you will have a substantial advantage over your fellow freshman teammates next year. As you well know, your experience here at IMG is more in line with college than a normal conventional high school. There's not going to be a whole lot that is foreign to you when you step foot on campus next fall. You understand what it means to sacrifice. You know the value of preparation. You know how to manage and prioritize your time. And you also have learned how to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that has happened on this campus for you many times. Finally, you know how to relentlessly compete in everything you do, whether on the field, the court, the course, weight room, or classroom. The challenge now for you is, can you take the next 7 months and raise your level of preparation and commitment so you have an immediate impact on your respective college programs. A challenge I'm sure you are ready to embrace, just as all the other challenges you've embraced in your time here at the Academy. At this time, I'd like to introduce baseball's 11 2022 NLI signees. This is a special group of players, as they are not only very talented, but they are great people and quality leaders in our program. Our group is right over here, and guys, the staff is very, very proud of what you have accomplished to this point and look forward to your contributions in the upcoming season. I know each one of you is going to leave your mark, and we wish you all nothing but the best. So with that, first player is a catcher from Mohegan Lake, New York. He's the son of Sadie and Luis. He is signing with Winthrop University, Nick Badillo. Next player, right-handed pitcher from Bradenton, son of Patty and Eric, heading to the University of Miami, Gunther Brendel. Left-handed pitcher from Mount Airy, North Carolina. He's the son of Lena and Jason, heading to Ole Miss, Jackson Ferris. Brainerd, Florida. He's the son of Leslie and Eric. He's signing with the University of Miami, Elijah Green. Left-handed pitcher outfielder from Germantown, Maryland. He's the son of Shireen and Kerry. He's committed to the University of Missouri, Kerry Herndon Brown. A right-handed pitcher from Palmetto, Florida. He's the son of Laura and stepson of Tim Curry, heading to Florida State University, Davian Hickson. Shortstop from Norwell, Massachusetts. He's the son of Stacy and Rob. He's committed to Northeastern University, Sean McGee. Post-grad left-handed pitcher from Boulder, Colorado. He's the son of Catherine and David. He's going to be pitching for the University of Pacific, Evan Mall. catcher. From Tallahassee, Florida, he's the son of Kathy and Corey. He's signing with LSU, Brady Nail. Infielder pitcher from Austin, Texas. He's the son of Elizabeth and Gianluca, heading to Southern Arkansas, Maximus McCann. A big round of applause for our baseball signees.
Next up, basketball, our director, Brian Nash.
Thanks, Scott. And just to echo Dan's words, congratulations to all the signees and their families. Today's NLI ceremony is the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. Countless sacrifices have been made to get to this point, and you should be very proud to join the ranks of scholarship athletes. You've separated yourselves and are considered the best of the best. To put this accomplishment into perspective for our basketball group, there are almost 1 million male and female high school athletes competing for Division I and II scholarships in basketball. The individuals signing today represent the 1% who actually achieved this goal. You should be extremely proud and humbled to be a part of such a select group. I know we are within our basketball family. We're very proud of our program as well, and some of the highlights we've recently had. We've had 8 McDonald's All-Americans since 2017, the most of any high school in the country, and with the potential for 4 this year in 2022. That would be the first program to ever do that. We've had 8 players drafted since 2017, including our first WNBA draftee this past spring. 20 alumni participated in the 2021 NCAA basketball tournaments, and we've had over 200 student athletes receive Division I scholarships since 2012. The members of this year's class will continue to carry on the tradition, and I'm honored to announce their college selections. There are 2 individuals that I just want to recognize quickly before we go into our signees. But we have 2 individuals that are making commitments to Ivy League schools, and Ivy League schools do not participate in the National Letter of Intent signing program. We have Gabrielle Anderson, who will be attending Harvard University. And Maria Magno will be attending Brown University next year. Now, as we get to our 14 signees, our young men and women, we'll start out with the ladies. Kaylin Gilbert is a 5'8" point guard from Tampa, Florida. She is the daughter of Shanta and David Gilbert. She is ranked as the 31st best player in the country by ESPN. She is a former 3A Player of the Year in the state of Florida. She averaged 30 points per game last year and 8 assists per game, and she will be a McDonald's All-American nominee this year. Attending the University of Arizona, Kaylin Gilbert. Next up, we have Grace Van Sluten, who is a 6'3" forward. She is the daughter of Michelle and John. They're from Toledo, Ohio. Grace is ranked the number 13th player in the country by ESPN. She is the former Northwest Ohio Player of the Year. She is a member of USA Basketball's training camp, and she will be a McDonald's All-American nominee this year as well. Attending the University of Oregon is Grace Van Sluten. As we move on to the boys' side, Noah Batchelor is a 6'7" small forward. He is rated in the top 200 players in his class from Frederick, Maryland, and he is the son of Jesse and Keith Batchelor, attending the University of Memphis. Noah Batchelor. Next up is Jade Bradley, a 6'2" point guard from Rochester, New York. He is the son of Myalisha and Nathan. He is ranked the top point guard and the number 8 player overall by ESPN. He is a McDonald's All-American nominee, and he will be attending the University of Alabama. Next up from our post-grad program, Quadir Copeland is a 6'6" point guard from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He is the son of Pamela Parsons and Anton Copeland. He is ranked the 85th best player overall by ESPN, and he will be attending Syracuse University. Next up from our post-grad program as well, Justin Fernandez is a 6'6" small forward from Richmond, Virginia. He is the son of Kinda and Mark. He's currently ranked the 74th best player in the class of 2022 by ESPN, and he will be attending George Mason University. Next is Keontae George, a 6'3" shooting guard from Louisville, Texas. He is the son of Kristen George. He is currently ranked the number 3 player overall in the country by ESPN. He won a gold medal this past summer in the FIBA 3-on-3 Under-18 World Cup in August. He is a McDonald's All-American nominee, and he will be attending Baylor University. Jet Howard is a 6'7" small forward from Miami. He is the son of Janine and Jawan Howard, currently ranked the 35th best player overall by Rivals and 41 by ESPN. He won a FHSAA Class 5A state championship as a freshman. He will be a McDonald's All-American nominee, and he will be attending the University of Michigan. Next up is Alex Caravan, a 6'8" forward from Northborough, Massachusetts. He is the son of Olga and Alexei. He's currently ranked the 42nd best player in the country by ESPN. He is a former Gatorade Player of the Year in New Hampshire from 2020-21. He is a McDonald's All-American nominee, and he will be attending the University of Connecticut. Next up is Rocco Miratori, a 7'2" center from West Lafayette, Indiana. He is the son of Erica and Robert, and he will be attending Stony Brook University. The next signee is Grant Newell, a 6'8" forward from Chicago, Illinois. He is the son of Berlina and Darrell. He will be attending the University of California, Berkeley. 6'5" shooting guard from Rockford, Illinois. He is the son of Annette Brandy. He's currently the number 95 player in the country by ESPN, and he will be attending St. John's University. Next is Justin Taylor, 6'6", small forward from Charlottesville, Virginia. He is the son of Kerry and Norman, currently ranked the 65th best player in the class of 2022 by Rivals, the top 100 by ESPN. He will be a McDonald's All-American nominee, and he will be attending Syracuse University. And last but not least, the young man who it seems like he's been here forever. Jarris Walker is a 6'8" forward from New Freedom, Pennsylvania. He is the son of Marcia and Horace. He is currently ranked the number 13 player in the country by Rivals and the number 19 player by ESPN. He's won a Geico National Championship in 2019, and he is a McDonald's All-American nominee. Heading to the University of Houston is Jarris Walker.
Next program up is golf. With golf is Scott Davies.
Thank you, Scott. Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the IMG Golf Programme, I'd like to congratulate all of the signees today that are signing for your chosen college or university. A lot of hard work along the way, and it's nice to be recognised in a setting like this with your parents and family all watching. So big congratulations, well done, but keep your foot on the gas and keep working hard and finish strong. We've had, obviously, COVID the last couple of years has been really rough in a lot of places, but in actual fact for golf as a sport, it's been fantastic. And our programme has certainly thrived, and the three signees that I'm going to introduce today have helped to make that happen by exemplifying our IMG Academy core values along the way, and also contributing to our programme's culture, the quality, and also our successes. Our first signee comes from Pleasanton, California. She arrived at the Academy as a 10th grade student in our Challenger tier of the golf programme with a tournament stroke average of 78.9. She's moved her way through the programme to become an ascender. Now her stroke average is 74.55, and she's ranked in the top 75 on Junior Golf Scoreboard. She has 3 tournament wins and 10 top 10 finishes in the past 12 months alone. Returning to California to play at UC Irvine is Jasmine Chen. Our next signee comes from Burnaby in Vancouver, Canada. She arrived at the academy in the 10th grade as well as a core golfer, shooting in the mid-80s. Now she's in the challenger tier. She works really hard. She has a tournament stroke average of 78 and a junior golf scoreboard ranking of 329. She's had 7 top 5 finishes in the past 12 months. And won her first tournament at the academy in May on the Hurricane Tour, and just last week shot a combined 2 under par to come second in an event as well. So a massive improvement there. Going back home to British Columbia to Simon Fraser University, Mira Minhas. Our final signee comes from Buenos Aires in Argentina. He only arrived at the academy a little over a year ago, and whilst he's extremely highly ranked in Argentina, was totally unranked in the US here. He currently has a tournament stroke average of 72.27, and in just a year he's moved up to 78th in the overall national rankings. With 4 tournament victories, 9 top 10 finishes just in the past 12 months, and a low round of 64 mixed in there, going all the way to Gonzaga in Washington, Guillermo Polo Boda. I'll also add that Guillermo was last year's recipient of the Ascender Award as well within the gold program. So good job. Congratulations, everybody.
Next program up is lacrosse. Director Tom Merritt.
Thanks, Scott. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the lacrosse program, I want to congratulate all NLI signees today. Special thanks to the families that were able to make it. I know last year was a little tough, a little difficult, but very excited to get phone calls and emails from the families that could make it today. So congrats for being here, and thank you for being great families to these young men and women. Let's start with our signees. We'll go with the girls first. First signee is Ellie Berg. Ellie is an aggressive and versatile player who has shown leadership on defense for IMG. Next year, she will attend Westminster College. The next signee is Aaron Burrows. Aaron is a pure athlete with explosive speed and great field sense, who can score at will and makes everyone around her better in transition. She is headed to Xavier University as a member of their inaugural women's lacrosse team this year. Congratulations, Aaron Burrows. Ryan Brophy. Ryan is a strong midfielder who shows a lot of tenacity on the draw, circle, and always gives it her all. Next year, she will be attending the University of Mount Olive. Bryn Gallagher. Bryn is our defensive midi who has begun to be a major threat on the attacking end as well. She will be a critical asset to IMG's transition play this spring. She will be attending the University of California, Berkeley. Haley Jackson. Haley is an attacker who creates multiple opportunities for our offense with her off-ball lacrosse IQ. She will be attending Flagler College. She's not here. Okay. Let's move on to our next. Rachel Stacks. Rachel is our center midi draw specialist who contributes on both sides of the field, unstoppable in any one-on-one situation. She will look to be a leader scorer for IMG this season before taking those talents to the University of Indianapolis. Thank you, Rachel Stacks. Now on to our boys. Chris Caldwell from Draper, Utah. Chris is now in his third year at IMG and has been named a captain by the coaching staff for his senior year. Dedicated player with integrity, hardworking on and off the field, great IQ and stick, willing to push both ends of the field. Chris will be headed up to the University of Denver. Congratulations, Chris.
It's all about you. It's all about you.
Chris Kappelman. Chris is an excellent face-off midfielder with great athleticism to play both offense and defense. Will be an asset for Mercer University next year. Congratulations, Chris. Braden Erksaw. Braden's speed is unmatched. He has the ability to beat his defender every time and will be a breakout athlete at the next level at the University of Maryland. Congratulations, Braden. Johnny Macarone. Johnny is a true finisher with the highest lacrosse IQ. He is a student of the game. What he has overcome in life shows he will do anything to excel and get better. Ohio State University has a great player coming there next year. Congratulations, Johnny Macarone. Eddie Perry. Eddie has a tremendous skill between the pipes. His size and presence in the goal, as well as him being very vocal to the defense, he will be a great addition for Providence College. Congratulations, Eddie. Our last signing today, Kyle Swanson. Kyle joined us this year as a PG and has made an immediate impact with his physical presence and his outstanding play. He has the ability to cover the opponent's top player and lead our close defense. Played for the Under Armour Midwest team, Kyle is headed to the University of Massachusetts. Congratulations, Kyle.
Next up is soccer, our director, Don Cameron.
Folks, good morning. I'd like to congratulate all the signees and your families today. What a great accomplishment for you all. I just want to make a special announcement for our families for your support and commitment to the soccer program. Many of you have been with us for the last 4 or 5 years. We would not be here without your support, so thank you. To my players, our players, there's 12 of you here today. I thank you for your leadership, I thank you for your excellence, and I thank you for setting the standard for the IMG soccer program and all the players that we have within it. So thank you from all of our staff and from me especially. For our signees today, we're going to start off with Nathan Richmond, who's from Atlanta, Georgia, and the son of Richard and Erin. Nathan was one of the highest sought after recruits and probably one of the best players to come out of our IMG Boys Soccer Academy. He's a playmaker for our MLS Next team, and Nathan is committed to Clemson University. Next signee is Lace Coker. She's from Port Neches, Texas, and is the daughter of Carisha and Steve. Lace is in her 3rd year at IMG. She's a strong, fast, and great wide midfield player. She has great versatility and has gone back to her home state of Texas and is committing to the University of Houston. Signee is Che Dowling. She's from Shelley Bay in Bermuda, the daughter of Natasha and Jermaine. Che is representing Bermuda at the national level. She's outstanding versatility, is a dynamic and an outstanding team player. Che is committing to Jackson State University. Our next signee is Mia Galini from Chesterfield, New Jersey, the daughter of Colleen and David. Mia is representing the academy at both the GA level and the Development Player League. She's a fantastic striker of the ball and has developed into a top-level attacking midfield player. And Mia is committing to Nicholls State University. Tatum Galvin. She's been with us since 2018. Tatum is an outstanding and fantastic athlete. She's a great defender. She can also play in midfield. She's an ambassador for our program and represents us in the Student Advisory Board for the school. And Tatum is committed to the University of Virginia. Next signee is Ali Henry from Sentinel, Colorado. She's the daughter of Dana and Joseph. Ali joined us this year. She's an outstanding attacking midfield player with great creative attributes and an elite level of understanding tactically of the game. Ali is committing to the University of Denver. Signee is Bailey Herforth. She's from Northport, New York, the daughter of Stephanie and JT. Bailey is in her third year at the academy and has maximised her opportunity through hard work, talent and perseverance through a serious injury. She's certainly one of the top goalkeepers in this senior class nationwide, and Bailey is committing to Louisiana State University. Signee is Zoe Lee. She's from Madison, Alabama, the daughter of Danny Lee and Karen Kubuk. Zoe is in her second year at the academy and is recognised as one of the most creative players in the league. She was also the IMG Academy's Offensive Player of the Year for 2021, and Zoe is committed to the University of Miami. Next signee is Antoinette Tony Lopez from Milton, Georgia, the daughter of Leon and Francis. Tony is in her second year at the academy and is recognised nationwide as being one of the top defenders in the league and in the nation. She's a proper soccer player who's a technical master of the ball, and she is committed to the University of Texas. She's from San Diego, California, the daughter of Dominique and Corinne. She joined us in the spring of 2021 and she was instantly recruited, and she's an outstanding attacking player. She's overcoming her ACL injury right now and working hard, and Angelina is committing to Northern Michigan University. Our next signee is Emma Kulvar. She's from Sandpoint, Idaho, the daughter of Kelly and Jason. Emma is an outstanding 1v1 defender. She's tough, she's ball winning, a great centre back, and she's been a consistent, strong presence in our defence. She played every minute of every game last year, extremely consistent, and Emma is committing to the University of San Diego. Signee is Alexis Washington. She's from Verde in Texas. She's the daughter of Ashley and General. Alexis has been an outstanding teammate in all the teams that she's represented at IMG. She's a regular MVP award winner. She has great pace, great determination, and will excel at the collegiate level. And Alexis is committed to the University of Oklahoma.
Last program is tennis. Our director, little known fact, first ever student athlete? At IMG Academy. I don't know if it was 90 or 91, I don't know when it started, but director Jimmy Arias.
First of all, I wasn't really a student, more of an athlete, unfortunately. It was 1978, but we don't need to go there. Thank you for bringing it up. On behalf of tennis, however, I'm very proud of all you student athletes. As Director Nash said, just 1% of high school athletes make it to this level of their scholarship athletes. It's taken hard work, discipline, dedication, and congratulations, Albie. I just want to also encourage you that this isn't the end for you. You're moving on to college, and I expect you all to continue with that dedication and discipline, and maybe someday we see you on television. As far as tennis goes, before I get to our signees, we got a couple of Ivy League kids that I want to recognize as well, both going to Princeton. Ava Alves and Top, I'm going to struggle with the last name, it's Need Doom. Something along those lines. We have it. She's also co-president of IMG Student Athlete Council, so she does a lot of extra things. But my favorite story with Paige is the way she found out she was going to Georgetown. She got a text from the coach asking what shoe size she wears, and that was when she first learned that she was going to go to her dream school. So Paige Gilbert, congratulations.
more big round of applause for all the signees. Congratulations. So I always try to end it with being a former college athlete, an athlete at college, and a coach at the collegiate level. Try to leave some words of wisdom for all you young folks going on to bigger and better things. So it's kind of apropos. I was telling some of the directors when I was putting this together, I always try to put at least a title to what I want to talk about to kind of thread the theme, and it was time. Before we knew we had 53 kids, it was time. That's what I wanted to talk about. So it's kind of apropos, but when you're young, listen, there's three things that time will guarantee. It guarantees that it's always moving. It's a guarantee you do not know how much time you have. And it's a guarantee that it creates history and legacy. That's what you can guarantee with time. Right? So being that it's always moving, generally when we're young, you think you have an endless amount of time. You can see that the way some students will study and cram at college the night before an exam. You can see it in the way they approach different things. Some are real studious and get after it early. But if you talk to people that are older like me, your parents, grandparents, coaches, teachers, eventually it gets to the point where you realize you don't have enough time. You realize you don't have enough time. You'd like to have more time. I guarantee if I asked every parent when they walked out, would you have preferred to have more time with your son or daughter that sits here today? The answer would be, of course, yes. Because they know once you leave and you go on to college, grasping those moments of time that we had a lot of when you were younger disappear. They disappear. You get busy, you create your own lives, you move on. But it's important that you recognize it, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on some really key moments. Because I always talk about the journey, and it's part of the journey. You have to be able to take a step back and realize that you don't have an endless amount. It's going to move. It's going to move. What you do with the time that you have is crucial. That is your journey. What you do with it, how you train, what you do with the rest of your school year this year. Most student athletes are going to tell you, take a step off the gas pedal and say, I've signed, I've made it, and I'm moving on. You've done all the hard work to get into this chair and up at the table so far. It has to be the hardest working year you've had. It has to be. Because now you're going to go compete with young adults, 22, 23, people that don't want to lose their position, knowing that they have high-profile athletes from IMG coming in to try to steal their time and take their space. Right? So you have to be prepared. So this has to be the year in the summer that you work the hardest you've ever worked. You have to develop that. Because out of what you do, you develop habits. Whether they're good habits or they're bad habits, you're going to develop habits your whole life. And what habits you develop here, we hope most are good. But what habits you have here are going to be the foundation of what you do at the next level. And there's really three phases when you talk about habits. There's a trigger. When you have a habit, there's a trigger. If you're a procrastinator, the trigger is, oh no, I got a test in a week. I better study the night before. I don't want to study today. If you're not, you get after right away. If you know that you have to work on some part of your game to get better, if you have good habits, you're after it right away. You're after it every day. Right? So you have the trigger part of it. Okay? From there, in your habit, you develop a pattern. If the pattern is, what action are you taking? Do you procrastinate or do you get after it? What is the action that you take? Are you hardworking? You hear a lot of good comments from the directors today that this person works really hard. This person is really talented. So that trigger creates your action plan. What is your action plan? You can't lie to yourself. Like, look in the mirror and what is your action plan? What's your action plan now to the time you get to college? What's your action plan when you get to college to the time you finish? And then the last part of it is really your reward. That's the outcome. There's no guarantees with it, but that's the outcome. And if the outcome is that you succeed, fantastic. If the outcome is that you fail, that's okay. It's okay. You have to understand at a young age, you will learn more by failing than you will by succeeding, if you have the right habits. If you're willing to dig in deep and figure out what why did I fail, and how do I succeed? You will get a lot better, a lot faster in anything you do if you look at failures as just another part of the journey that gets you to where you want to go. You can't bypass it. That's why time's so important. You can't bypass it. You have to stay in the moment, right? So the last part is the history part. And the history part never leaves. Never leaves. Some of us in this room maybe know that because of social media. I didn't have social media growing up. But it never leaves. So what you do, the guarantee is you're creating your own history. You're creating your own legacy. You're creating your own destiny on the front end of it. But whatever you do today, when we get to tomorrow, is part of your history. So today you're signing. Boom. It's in the books. It's in the books. So what you do and how you prepare is really, really important because you cannot go back and change it. You can only look forward and move ahead. So if you really grasp it now, and you look at exactly what can I do today to make today a success, as little or as big, it doesn't matter. It just has to be momentum in the right direction. If you are growing up, you have parents, you have teachers, you have coaches that are constantly push you to do things you do not want to do. And to me, that's the difference between good and great. If you want to be great, you're willing to do all the things you don't want to do, but you have to. When you're in college and roommates who aren't athletes are going out for the night, but you have a game the next day. You have a contest the next day. That's part of being an athlete. That's part of the sacrifice you made your whole life to get where you're going. So it's really important that you understand, because through this journey, you've had parents from afar, you've had teachers at the school, college counselors, coaches, directors that have pushed you, teammates who have pushed you. But what time will guarantee is that's going to end. It's going to end. At some stage, we're so rapidly trying to become adults when we're in high school, in college, eventually that happens. And eventually mom and dad can't push you to do anything else. They'll try. You don't have a coach any longer when you graduate college. Right? You don't necessarily have the teammates you created bonds with through the process and help pick you up and dust you off and keep you going. But eventually when that time runs out of being an athlete and you become that adult, if you don't have the habits of willing to do the things you don't want to do, you're going to be left behind. You'll be left behind. Because I've used this in all the NLI talks that I've given. And there's one other person, and I always thread this in here, there's one other person that I look at who's, he's an athlete to a degree. He's an ultramarathon runner. He runs for no other reason, but he runs to raise money for victims of fallen soldiers, kids of fallen soldiers. That's what he does. And asked one time, what does it take to be great today? And his answer was really simple. It's the easiest time in the history of the world to be great. And the reason being is you just have to outwork people. That's the reality of it. You just have to outwork people. It's really simple to go and get what you want to get. It's really simple to go and succeed. It's not easy, though. There's a huge difference. It's simple because the groundwork's laid out. There's plenty of resources. There's plenty of people to help you along the way. But it's not easy. It's not easy to go to the schools that you're going to and to be successful, to get your grades, to move on after you're done either playing after college or going to work after college. It's not easy. But it's attainable if you're willing to work. It's that simple. The tools are there for you. So I go back to the journey, and I go back to what do you want to get out of this? This is just the next chapter. Like today's the next chapter. It's not the end. It's the end of one, but the beginning of another. The book never stops. It's never stopped being written until you're no longer here. So what do you want the book to say? What do you want the end chapters to be in your career? What do you want the launching pad to look like when you're moving on after athletics? And so for us, we're extremely proud of the fact that we have 53. I don't know that there's a school in this country that have 53, because we know we also have sports that haven't signed today, that don't sign. But they have 53 highly successful student athletes moving on, knowing there's more that just haven't committed today, because we're extremely proud of that as you got, extremely proud of you all. And so in the journey, as you start to push forward, what you have to realize is whether it's your parents, your family members, your friends, you always go back in history to kind of recollect your thoughts to move forward. You have to go back and keep looking at history to forge ahead. And so for us here, we are part of the family, the never-ending part of your family. What we mean by that, the door is always open. So once you leave here, when you graduate, it's not the end. It's just the end of this chapter of the high school. But we're always here to support you and to get you on and push you until you become the adult that's making those own decisions. So with that, I say congratulations. With that, I say we look forward to your success. And with that, I leave with don't stop working. Congratulations. Actually, you want to do it by sport or by big group?
Big group.
Okay, so athletes, we'll move the tables and the podiums out of the way. We're going to get everybody up here. We'll do photos, and then parents, family, friends, we're keeping it up. You want to stay and take part in individual photos, you obviously can do that.